What's up, Squeezy McCheesy? What's up, Jackson? Yep, we're finally here. Finally to 100%, or about to be. Literally one and a third sections left, and I'm done. What's up, Celever? So you said that? I don't really know. What's up, Pie Man? What's up, Charles? Literally, yeah, I've literally been on this grind for years. For the most part. I would say it's been like a pretty casual grind, though, to be honest. It's still a grind nonetheless, though. Still up full night. Okay, the first thing I need to do, though, is move the beacons. For sure, that's always been the first thing to do. There's no point in doing anything on the section if you can't really go that quick. What's up, Genjik? Yeah, pretty close. Just one section, or one major section, which is a 431 by 100. And then one smaller section, which is a 431 by 31 section. Unfortunately, I have to do it that way because of the beacon sizes. Oops. Wow. Okay, yeah, I took about a brain fart. What's up, Hiroshi? What's up, Portal? Actually, I need to get more iron. It's a very few times I actually use my resources, and it's literally just for beacons. I actually just thought about this, so I also have an extra couple thousand iron that I need to take from the beacons later on. I know, right? Pretty glad as well, for once, finishing this project. had to put it off so many times. Just have had to put it off so many times and stuff like that. It's been kind of slightly frustrating. Just a little bit. No, I think it's enough. Yeah, it's enough. I'm trying to take my opportunities. That's actually a pretty interesting question. Actually, I really don't know how many parts are going to be. Maybe like 40 or 50, depending on, uh, probably 40 or 50. Pretty sure it's around 50. It kind of depends on how much I stream, though, because if I stream for like 8 hours, then it's probably only going to be like 20. But if I stream for like 3 hours per part, then it's going to be like over 50 or whatever. So, Rafi. Oh god, why am I going this high up? I'd say fairly early. I don't have too much time though. I'm only gonna be streaming for a couple hours. I want to at least move the beacons at minimum. That's my minimum goal. Of course I find diamonds. When do I not find diamonds when I do this? Seriously, I found like 30 diamonds one time just moving beacons. It's like, what the heck? It's like, of course, when I go mining, I don't find any, but when I like casually just dig to move beacons, I find 30 of them. Seriously, like, I go from spending 2 hours just to get 6 diamonds, and I just literally move beacons within an hour, and I find 30 of them. It's like, what the heck? What's up, Arvis? Yep. Turning another beacon. Kind of tedious, but I mean, let's be honest here, literally every part of this project is tedious, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just worried about messing it up. It's very easy to, you know, mess up these beacons. Very easy. What's up, B? What's up, creative name? Doing alright. I haven't had too much time to work on the project, but that's fine. It'll, at least I'm at 100, or at least I'm on road to 100%. See you, Arvis, and thank you as well. What's up, Demon Raiders? It's finally happening. Was not expecting that at all, actually. Hey man, lava at this level is pretty unheard of. Which, hopefully it doesn't matter for me. It's very rare I run into lava this high up. Oh, you did? That's pretty sick. You know, this is when gravel's actually pretty useful. This area, because it gets rid of more blocks. It helps me get rid of blocks faster. One of the few times where gravel's actually somewhat useful for once. Just gonna point out, I may blow up at literally any time during this section. So, I need to mentally prepare for that. At least there's a fairly good chance in the next couple of weeks, depending on how much I probably work on it, of me blowing up. Of the channel blowing up is a better way of saying it. Could quite literally happen at any time. Just kind of terrifying to think about. Like, the channel exploding, like, what I mean by that is, like, popularity. Like, it explodes in views or subscriber counts and stuff like that. I'm kind of just waiting for it at this point. Like, I have a feeling it's gonna happen very soon. Yeah, honestly. There's gonna be these people, it's gonna be like a support war in a way where it's like, who's gonna be the most supportive to the insert whatever. And then there may be some like donation wars, something like that, which I have had donation wars on this channel. They're pretty interesting actually. How far people will actually go. Was it the article from Nintendo Life or whatever? Like Nintendo Life, there's a few other articles, but that's the primary article that really set the article. It was the first one. Yes. I gave him my credit card. That's the only news, like, article I've actually seen of this project, which I wouldn't be surprised if I finish this, there'll be another one. Pretty much I'm gonna be doing the nether in the end, but and then after that I really don't have many plans. Actually, I really don't have any plans. I don't know if I'll go that far. But but yeah, the lava is gonna be a pain though. The lava's for sure gonna be a pain. World's most empty world. I mean, to be fair, it is gonna be the first fully mined out world, so makes sense. That I know of, it's the first recorded evidence of somebody emptying an entire world. Because you can't really mine a Java or Bedrock world, especially a Bedrock world. Um, Theoretically. I mean, well, theoretically you can, but practically no. You could have mined an old world, somebody could have done that as a project. But nobody took the time to actually do that project. And then, this is the next smallest world that's actually somewhat doable. The next is a small world, ironically. But, I'm not doing a small... There's no point doing a small world. I think it's more fitting to do a classic-sized world. It really represents the legacy version well, so I mean... And it stays true to the original project as well, so... That I know of, this is the first documented evidence of an entire world being mined out. Yeah, Sword King was... Well, its first documented completion of it. He technically documented the world, the progress of the project, but I'm gonna be the first one to document the completion of an entire world mined out. He's just started it. Remember, he started it, I finished it. Or I am finishing it, I guess, better way of saying it. There were three people, actually no. Two, I think well, there's technically three people total, but there are two other people besides myself. There's Sword King, and then there's another person named Aiden, also known as Caper Spade, who also tried this project a long time ago, but they kind of had a falling out. I have no clue what happened to that, but yeah, without any cheats. Technically, me and Sword both duped, but sort of. He used exploits, which technically what I did is also an exploit, but one of them was unintentional. The other ones were intentional, but it really doesn't do anything for a project like this. But it doesn't matter though, because it's like all people care about is if I use cheats or went into creative. That's all people care about. Nobody cares about anything else. That's it. Even though it doesn't even matter. None of that matters. You just have to mine the entire world. And the thing is, it doesn't matter even if you do that. You can't do this. There's no shortcuts to this project. Like, literally, there's no shortcut to this project. There's no commands. Creative mode doesn't help because you don't have haste. And even if you get all the tools using duplication, you still have to mine everything. So it's like, there's literally zero shortcuts. To this project specifically, I guess you could technically use TNT dupers, but even then, that doesn't really hold true to the project, so I mean, whatever, honestly. Also, it's extremely messy as well, but whatever. Well, even TNT, like, world eaters are kind of messy to some degree, but... Technically, yes, would technically be slow in creative. It's actually a bigger accomplishment to do it in creative than it is in survival. It's just that survival projects have a better stigma in the community in general. So that's why I've kind of just kept it in survival. I mean, the original project has been in survival, so. Yeah, you can't even get speed 15. No, well, yeah, because there's no commands. This version has no commands, so there's no way you can shortcut it. Which is what makes this project so insanely difficult. It's because the limitations of the console edition also account for the controller limitations as well. It's what makes this project virtually impossible. Almost like this is really pushing the boundaries of a project in this game, or a project in gaming in general. Like this project absolutely pushes the like almost human limit of um, human sanity limit, I guess a better way of saying it, of what you can do, uh, theoretically speaking. And this is comparing it to even the Farlands project, which is considered impossible. This just absolutely blows on it, honestly. Which really puts in perspective. Really puts in perspective, how much it, how big this project actually is. And I'm technically, if somebody, like, I know people have mentioned Guinness World Records, which, don't get me wrong, I think I could probably do a Guinness World Record, but there's only one thing I can think about doing, which is first person to mine an entire Minecraft world, or mining an entire world or something like that. Somewhere around that along the lines of that. Because it is technically the first, which there's no other calculatable like projects you could do, or on this version, or calculatable world records for this project you could really do. I mean, literally the only thing I can think about doing is the most diamonds achieved by without any machines or something like that. I freaking have no idea. There really isn't that much you could do for something like that, but that's the only thing I can think about. It's definitely not the most blocks mined in a Minecraft world. I thought about that one, but I guess by pickaxe, sure. But even then, that's still technically not true because there is a server. I guess most blocks mined by a single person, yes. That's probably the most accurate one I can think about. Besides the first person to mine an entire Minecraft world, those are the only two that are actually doable or even somewhat measurable. Even then, it's still not that measurable. That'd be pretty sick, actually. I guess if somebody wanted to shoot Guinness a message about it or something like that on I don't know, whatever platform they use whenever I finish. I wouldn't do it beforehand, I'd probably do it after. But, you know, if somebody wanted to do that, they could. Just to see their opinions on it, because they may be interested in it. You know, they like wacky records. and stuff like that. And it's a first record, so nobody can technically take it from me. I mean, they did, what is it called? Kurt J. Max. Yeah, but applying to a new, like, making a new record, though? Isn't that a bit different than, like, applying for an old one or something like that? What's up, Opernix? Oh god, I'm really worried. There might be sand above this, which is kind of annoying. There it is. I don't really know, honestly. Oh god, there's a haste beacon that lit up. I feel like this project is very appealing to a lot of people, surprisingly. As simple as the concept is, I think the pure insanity of it would be very appealing to a lot of people within different communities. It's kind of interesting to think about. As simple as it is, but as insane as it is at the same time. I think it's very appealing to a lot of people within different communities and stuff like that. Yeah, but here's the thing though, like, for example, Kurt J. Mac had a record. How do you make a new record though? Because there's no point in making a new record for this, because it's technically... There's no way... Because the thing is, if I did something... Okay, for example, if I did first person to mine an entire Minecraft world or something like that, how would that be? You can't really set a target on that. That's literally just, like, something I do. It's just like, an achievement in this game. Sort of. Or an accomplishment. Not really an achievement. Achievement's a bit different. Accomplishment. To some degree. Achievement's actually something that's like a form of like, actual standard based on. Accomplishment could be literally anything. To be fair. Like, it doesn't really make much sense. Okay, well, God, that lava still does so much damage. You know, there's still always a risk of me dying in this world. Because of the lava. I need to stop trying to read the comments. I mean, that's why I mentioned earlier, just shoot. Somebody could probably shoot the message after I finish or something like that. And, see what they say about it. That's really all, like, I think it's really all you can do at the moment. There's no point in me applying for anything, because there's nothing to apply for. Like, at all. It's like, what the heck am I supposed to apply for? There's nothing, like, there's nothing that I can actually do in this, because there's no, it's kind of weird. You think there'd actually be a record for like the most blocks mined or something like that in a game, in this game, but there really isn't. There's some wacky records like the biggest tunnel in Minecraft or something like that, or even the farthest journey in Minecraft, which to be fair has been destroyed at this point. It's up for read. We'll have to see. They may enjoy it. I think the extremist of the internet, which are a lot of people, the extremists of the internet will enjoy this project because it is pretty extreme, so it's very fitting. So by this point, it's around 43 million if you don't count for the bedrock and stuff like that, because 2 million of this world is roughly bedrock. It's like 42, 43 million. It's around 43 million. Somewhere around that number. I know it'll be pretty close to 45 million when I finish. So yeah. 45, 46 million when I finish. Right now it's around 43 million. I think it'll be at least 45 plus million blocks, so. That's what I'm putting in the title as well, so keeping it. I'm keeping that word, pretty much, on that one. Which, it is the highest number of blocks I've seen anybody mine with a pickaxe. The most I've seen was 20, I think it was 27 million. And that was also with faster ways of mining as well, so I don't really know. That's the most I've seen was 27 million, so. Actually, no. It's technically 35 million if you count just pick uses. But if you count pick and shovel uses, it's pretty sure it's around 45 million. It's somewhere around 40... It's 35 million. Okay, so it's 35 million for pickaxe, 5 million for, 5 million for, what's it called, shovel, and then 5 million for, what's it called, sponges. I cleared over around 5 million blocks of water in this world. Pretty close to it, at least. No, it's actually very surprising how little amount of shovel. It's around 1,000 shovels. It's like 5 to 6 million. So it's pretty much 6,000 pickaxes, 1,000 shovels, and I think over 50,000 sponges. Which, yeah, wrap your head around that one for a second. Wrap your head around the 50,000 sponges. Can't even contemplate what that. What if anybody's even gotten close to that number. And that's average as well. It could be higher. It could be up to like 75,000 sponges. I think that's like best case scenario too, by the way. If I remember correctly when I was doing the calculations. I've probably spent over 1,000 hours just sponging. I'm not kidding. I've probably spent that many hours. I'd say probably at least a minimum of 500 hours just sponging. That's an absolute minimum. I'm actually probably lowballing that to the extreme. Literally 1,000 hours. I mean, one section took like 200, which to be fair, that was the biggest water section in the entire world. So, and that was literally an entire deep ocean. It was I think it was like 1.2 million blocks of water just in that section alone. Which, why did I pick this seed? I have no idea. Oh well, it's kind of fun though, getting rid of that water. It's not, okay, it is tedious, but it's not as long drawn as people may think. At least even compared to mining. People think that mining is pretty fast, but, or water, getting rid of water is way slower than mining. I think if you do it properly, it's actually very quick. You just have to be very precise with how you do sponging. This world is probably like 60, maybe 70% land, and then like 30, 40% water or something crazy like that. Somewhere around the lines on into that. Like, I literally have an entire time lapse, which it is kind of a garbage time lapse to some degree. I mean, it has some fatal errors, but I mean, honestly, you won't notice it too much unless you're literally staring at the timer. Or you're like, I mean, you'll probably notice it, but if you're not paying attention and you're kind of just watching without any form of attention span at all, then yeah, you'll be fine. You won't notice it. But you'll definitely notice it if you're actually, like, fully paying attention to every single thing. Also, if you're curious, I think I've probably gotten rid of at least 22,800 chunks as well. If you're curious the amount of chunks I've mined, just to put in perspective, just so people realize if they've ever mined a chunk before, take this, take one chunk, multiply it by 2,800, and that's pretty much this project. In a nutshell. Roughly. I would say roughly. Very rough estimate. Or if you've ever seen anybody mine a chunk. It's very quick. It's a very quick missing part. I mean, it's not that much of it. It's only like... No, not 22,000. 2,800. 22,000 would be... I think that's almost virtually impossible for a person to do. I mean, unless you literally dedicate your life to it, but... 22,000's literally to the realm of, like, what the heck? I mean, even this is kind of to that point, but... That's like... Even for me, that's like, what the heck? That's like freaking mining a, what is it, a medium-sized world, and that literally takes your entire lifetime to do, so... Just about your entire lifetime. You have to literally devote yourself to it for your life. Quite literally. Yeah, I know what you mean though. I actually missed it a couple times when I was looking through it. I just happened to see it. Like that's the only reason. Actually, no, I did notice it. Oh wait, no, I had to have noticed it because I had to edit it. When I first actually, I don't remember. No, I had to. Wait, no, I remember I missed that part, but I still didn't even see it after I edited the video. So I was the editor, and I still didn't notice it when I first did it. I noticed it a little bit into it after a while, like the second time going through it, but the first time going through it, I really didn't see it. Not gonna lie. You know, it's crazy. That thing's 11 minutes. Kind of crazy, actually. It's probably my longest video I have on the channel that isn't a stream. It's definitely way longer than my update videos, tell you that much. Did I get rid of the... Okay, I did. I don't think it was in one of my update videos. I think I got rid of it for the update video or something like that. I don't remember it being... I think I got rid of it pretty shortly after. Because it wouldn't look right, to be honest. If I had that floating, it'd be kind of triggering for everybody. It's gonna be more triggering when I... Let's be honest here, who wants to bet that I'm gonna miss a block on the final stream? Because there's a good chance. I did it at 50%, and there's probably a good chance I'll probably do it on 100% because of the pressure. That may get to me because the pressure is going to be far higher than it was at 50%. Way higher. Was it actually in an update video? I don't remember. Yes, I'll miss one block, and then I'll misplace a torch. Pretty much. I'm gonna have to, like, triple check. Maybe. I don't even remember where a tall cow was. Wasn't it, like, after 50%? It was like 25 or 28 million. It was between 25 and 30 million update videos, I think. Somewhere along the lines, though. Actually, a good time too, because I was about to save. That's better. Okay, last beacon, and I can finally work on this section. It's gonna be really sad though when I have to move the beacon like 20 blocks. Technically, I think just 30 blocks, something like that. I think something around that area. Measurement. I do this every time, don't I? I go like super high up. I'm so used to. Yeah, I would literally just quit the project at that point if I had to deal with deep slate like that. I think this project's really gonna mark the end of old Minecraft generation. Really, well, it's really gonna mark the legacy version. It's gonna really represent this version well, which is pretty cool, actually. It'd be pretty sick if this was literally like the representation of the legacy version in a way. Really showcase. They'd be like, oh, well, we're tiring now. Goodbye. See you later. If I had to deal with the deep slate, with the extra 64 layers. Honestly, yeah. Some sparks. I'm probably gonna make a mob farm, actually. When I, finish the nether. I'm just glad I just have to change the title slightly. I don't have to change what I'm doing on the title of these streams. Oh yeah. I don't think that will that really matter though on this world though. Just out of curiosity. Because it seems like it really wouldn't matter because there's no way these mobs are spawning anywhere anyway. There's literally no, like, no way they could spawn. Because how the torches are set. Oh yes, I just rebuilt the beacon, just thinking about it. Don't you love autopilot? It's so annoying. I love tearing down a beacon then rebuilding it. Maybe I should make that a stream. I'm just gonna pretend I just didn't do that. I literally just autopilot built a beacon, what the heck? Shows how many times I've built a beacon before. I've probably built like over 100 beacons at this point. At least. Oh yes, slimes ignore light, that's... I mean, yeah, that is true actually, slimes do ignore light. That, I think I just had to get lucky then, with slime chunks. There's no way I could know if I have a slime chunk or not though, so... I almost started rebuilding the beacon again. I swear to God, I need to, like, actually break this entire beacon down. I almost did it again. But won't they just walk off the edge as well, though? I don't think it really will matter that much if slimes are with the slime farm, or with the, you know, the mob farm, mob grinder. I could do that, but it also get kind of annoying just because of, it wouldn't look right though, because I have all this stuff on the ground. Like, there's no way I could do that realistically. I'd have to literally break all my chests and my storage system to do that. Just in general, just all my chests, storage system, whatever. It could be anything. my little tree farm that I have. I'd have to literally break everything to do that. I'd rather not deal with that, so I don't think it's gonna matter, honestly, in the end. Realistically. No, I mean to replace everything. I'm not talking about the spawn. I'm talking replacing the stone with the glass. That's a way bigger pain than it sounds. Because of my storage system, I don't want to just I don't want to just do the areas unless you mean like I guess I could do one area. That still wouldn't look right though. You know, screw it. I'm not gonna do it. I don't see any point. I mean, what are slimes really gonna do in those if I make a big enough farm, I don't think it will really matter in the end. Which I'm not gonna make like a jumbo farm, but I mean I don't remember even having any problems with slimes. I just have to get lucky with slime chunks. It's a risk that I have to take. I mean, it's really. Why can't I place this here? What? I was against whatever. That made no sense. I don't know why it wouldn't let me place that there. It's fine. I really don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference. Because remember, mob cap is based on per mob. I forgot what the amount is. I think it's like 16 or something. I don't remember. Maybe it's more actually. Probably a bit more than that. But it's based per mob. It's not really based per the entire game that I know of at least. So I don't think it's really gonna affect anything. Even if it does, the mob count is still so high though, it won't matter. Just because I'm killing them as soon as they spawn in anyway, so it's like... And to be fair, mob farms aren't that good anyway, so it's like, it really doesn't matter that much about optimizing that type of farm. On this world. On this version. Sure, I mean on Java or something like that, with those absolutely broken Enderman farms or something like that, then yeah, but... I don't know, I have to figure it out. I'm not going through the pain of putting glass down, I'm not doing that, not for a mob grinder. I'm better off just building that mob grinder and figuring out what to do. I was gonna make it too high anyway. To farm. I wasn't planning on making it 3 high. I don't see any point making it 3 high. Unless you want Enderman, but that doesn't make any sense either. If you want Enderman, make an Enderman farm. And they take longer to even take damage anyway, so it doesn't make any sense to even have them included into that farm anyway. Unless you want to make it like an auto farm. And, just have, them automatically die instead of killing them for XP. don't know. I just feel like I'm just gonna the project's gonna blow up at any time, or the channel's gonna blow up at any time. It's kind of what I'm just waiting for. I mean, I've done an Enderman farm on this world, oddly enough. I slabbed the entire thing and it had like max spawn rates. Well, for the most part. I don't think I did the thing where you put it underneath. But, you know, that thing where you put it at Y level 0. But even then, still shouldn't have mattered that much just because of the way the end is designed of this version. And it was decent. It was okay. It was an okay farm. I mean, it was barely, I'd say barely even really that good at all. Seriously, I've tried mob farms in this world. They really aren't that good on this version at all, actually. They were almost not even worth making in this version. I guess an iron farm maybe would be pretty good, I guess. I actually tried building an iron farm. I kind of failed doing it. Tried to make a massive iron farm, but yeah, I kind of failed doing it because I had no idea what I was doing. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad I didn't build it because I give more of a authentic amount of iron in this world. They're even worse on. Oh yeah, because they use the same rates as Pocket Edition did. Yeah, I can totally understand why. I remember how bad the spawn rates were, just in general, on. God dang it! I thought I was shifted, but I wasn't. A better idea. I'm gonna. I wonder what would be faster. You know, I'll do it this way. I was gonna like go up or go from the top down, but this might still be faster. What's up, Ian? Yeah, honestly. Five stacks. Oh god. There we go. All the beacons are set. I can start going over and outlining everything. Squeaky chair. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. be such an easy section for water. Incredibly easy. I don't think I even really need to go to my base to get sand. I think I can just get all the sand right here. It's the most water in this section by a long shot. What's up, Sleep Demon? Alright, the board is done. It's so quick. Such an easy amount of water to get rid of. So nice, actually. It's a nice little break of water. Isn't nearly as bad, fortunately. Yeah, let's get that. Alright, I think the order is fully done now. Like the outline and the actual engraving. That works for now. I just need to figure out point of reference, that's all I need. It doesn't really matter how it looks or anything like that. Yeah, it's time to place some sponges. Or, not sponges, sand to actually sponge. I think it's crazy that Sir King just recently hit a whole year over not doing Operation Bedrock. It's been literally but almost 13 months. Just crazy to think about, actually. Has he ever talked about coming back? Cause didn't he say he was coming back at some point? Like several months ago, I think it was. Of course he said it on numerous occasions. He always says it on numerous occasions. Honestly. Yeah, definitely. At least he's admitting it, like, he's not just making an excuse about time anymore. It's fine if he admits, like, what's actually, like, why he's not doing it. It's just that whenever he talks about when he doesn't have any time. It's kind of sad, though, him, having this project for, what, like, 9 years or something like that? Actually, isn't this almost his 10th year? Yeah, it's almost his 10-year anniversary for Operation Bedrock. Because he started at, what, like June 2012 or something like that? What's up, Pie Guy? Yeah, Sword King, he has to do something, right? For the 10-year anniversary? I mean, it's a pretty big deal. For 10 years, a whole decade. I mean, he did a 9-year anniversary or whatever, but he's, 10 years even bigger. In terms of, like, significance, I guess is a better way of saying it. Of course, it's bigger in general, but logically, but in terms of like importance, it's technically more significant. 'Cause, I mean, yeah, he's probably gonna find his motivation and then lose it within like 3 months or something like that. I give it like 3 months at most. He stays on Operation Bedrock. That's being extremely generous. You know what's funny? I just thought about this. I may actually finish by roughly the time his 10th anniversary starts, or is like there. It's kind of funny because I'll literally be almost done. I'm talking within like a week or two of finishing. It's just kind of weird to think about. Oh yeah, his road to lit level 999. I think I was at that stream actually. Didn't he get like a $500 or something like that from Outer Mines or whatever? That was a pretty insane stream, not gonna lie. We'll go and do that later. Honestly, this section is so weird with water. I don't understand it. I think I'll just do the big section. I'll just do the rest later with the sand. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, it was a lot of streams if I remember correctly. For at least for his, it's definitely the most dedication I've seen him put into something since Operation Dome. It's the only other thing I've seen him actually put in uh, a good amount of effort into. Everything else has been kind of meh. Or I guess just time in general. Like one thing, like actually having a goal and finishing it. Yeah, it's I remember his Operation Dome series. That was a very interesting series, and his Operation Blackout series. Also, it takes so long to. Oh my god, that lag bit. You see why I didn't keep every block? It lags just like flying around in this world now. Imagine if I kept every block, how laggy it would be. I couldn't even really walk in this world, probably. It'd be like everywhere I was, and okay, yeah, definitely don't do it for this type of project. You won't get much for it. If anybody does a project like this for the money, I wouldn't advise. It's like probably one of the worst motivations you can have for a project like this. I'm not saying you can't make money as a motivation, but it's extremely short term. Extremely short term approach. I don't think I even need a second trip for the sand. Seriously, like there is such little water in this section. I probably won't even need all these shulker boxes, to be honest. What's up, Veroxian? Yeah, almost done. One major section, which, if you notice, part 1 versus part 2. There's part 1 of 100%, and then there's going to be a second part, which is a smaller section. So it's going to be this major, you can't even see it, it's going to be this major section, which is 431 by 100, and then there's going to be a minor section, which is going to be a 430, oh no, so it's 31 times, no, sorry, yeah, 431 times 31. section. I think my only regret with this channel, well, the channel I probably, with this channel, I think the biggest regret I have is not putting in the effort to begin with, like stream more of the project. The biggest, regret I have with this project is probably the, not starting it sooner. That's really much it. Those are my two major regrets, but even then, they're not really regrets. Because it doesn't really matter in the end anyway. Because as long as I improved in the editing, it doesn't really even matter anyway. It really doesn't. As long as I got it to where I should have been, then yeah. Or I am now, then I'm fine. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, this might be a little overkill for this section. Just a little bit. I think I may be underestimating it, but I mean, I don't know. My god, it's crazy you can't even see the wall anymore from this side. How long it's been since I've actually gotten to this point. It still takes a good while just to even see the other side. Finally see it. Took that long. Kind of crazy. It's taking this, I don't know how long it took just to get to the point where, dang man, I may actually need a new base. It takes so long just to even get to this area. Which, to be fair, I don't go there very often, but still. Even then. See how far I can get. I don't think I'll finish this today. I'm probably gonna be leaving in like an hour or so. Maybe a little bit more than that. I'll be ending this stream in around 3.5 hours. Which is not bad, actually. You know what? This ocean's a bit deeper than I thought it was. It's gonna take a little bit more sand than I anticipated. Still not that much though, either. This is the deepest part of the ocean, so even then this kind of pales in comparison compared to even the last section. The last section's actually pretty brutal for water. This is actually quite the casual drainage. I don't even know if that's a good word to say. Guess just drain. Sponging, casual sponging. Probably gonna stream to around 3 hours. That would be good. Wait, what is happening? Wait, where did my... Oh. I didn't even realize, I'm not gonna lie. No, definitely not. Not even close. Maybe, like, maybe June. And that's a maybe. Honestly, at this point, I freaking Christ, may just push it to August. Swear to God. That's how bad the amount of... Just the amount of times I've had to push this project back is kind of absurd, actually. Okay. Should be fine now. I didn't even realize I forgot about all about the streaming stuff for some reason. There's no way I'm finishing in, what, 12 days? No way. Not even close. I don't think it's even physically possible unless, like, you literally spend all, like, 10 days straight. No sleep. A second. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go and end the stream now. Apparently I'm leaving earlier than I thought I would be, so I think I'm gonna go and end it now. I only got some progress done, which is nice. So yeah, part one is, it's pretty much part one.